Hi, my name is Madison Crist, and the title of my piece is The Cultural Survival of Native American Music. This is a nonfiction essay and part biography, where I analyze what it means to maintain cultural identities through the music of the Iroquois Confederacy. I include traditions and musical works from the past, present, and future. And I highlight the works of Joanne Shenandoah. She is an Oneida Native American singer. I'm going to start with the introduction to give a little more context. What does it mean to be a cultural survivor? The term has not been defined or analyzed, and therefore, if researched, you will not find a precise definition. In my opinion, a cultural survivor is an individual who is proud of their origin, home, and people. Most importantly, these individuals know that being proud is not enough. For your culture to survive, you must breathe and teach your traditions and beliefs. Native American culture and music has been disappearing for decades. Coming from an oral tradition, their music is passed down through social gatherings, everyday life, and other religious and spiritual ceremonies. Unfortunately, many people from these tribes have been abolished, murdered, relocated, and assimilated. Through each of these injustices, Native American music adapts and changes, but with many traditions and musical features being left behind and undocumented in history. So, in honor of Women's History Month, I'd like to read a few paragraphs on Joanne Shenandoah. Joanne Shenandoah is a Native American educator, singer, and advocate. As a member of the Wolf Clan, she draws upon her rich heritage to infuse her traditional songs with more contemporary ones. According to the Associated Press, she is one of America's most celebrated and critically acclaimed Native American musicians of her time. Out of all of these incredible achievements, Shenandoah does not produce music for money or for fame. She produces her work to promote cultural understanding and bring universal peace, the foundations of her tribe. Shenandoah stated in an interview that her family constantly worked at trying to maintain their identity. In her opinion, it was a blessing to have been given the gift of music. The Iroquois way, singing, listening, and performing to music is a healing force, an integral part of our society. Through her music, she is trying to preserve her language and beliefs, both of which get lost throughout generations. Many tribal languages have been lost because of the assimilation to English. Because of this, she sings her songs in both traditional language and in English. Shenandoah has been incredibly successful on her own terms without the support of the major record labels and the mainstream music industry that often misconstrued the presentation of Native American music. In her documentary, Dancing on Mother Earth, 2002, you learn about the journey she goes through to pursue music as a career and a life. Shenandoah started in the computer industry and worked in that industry for 14 years. One day she saw a huge tree being cut down in front of her office window, and something uprooted her. I knew I had to go back to where my ancestors once lived, where they sang their songs and danced their dances. I knew at that point I needed to have the place where they prayed, the place where they lived, and where they died. Shenandoah is a cultural survivor because anyone can learn from her music and her stance in society. She's also an incredible force of nature that represents the wonder and power of women in both an industry and a culture. I encourage you all to check out her music, and thank you for listening.